What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 most heavily shorted EV stocks in the market as of right now. So I want to go over all the things that you need to know, but first make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So I just want to start off by saying Merry Christmas to those of you that celebrate. Take the time with the market being closed, spend time with friends, family, and so forth. That is what truly matters in life. And then aside from that though, what also matters is shorts kind of effing off on a side note. But starting off with stock number 5, you have good old NIO sitting at 491. Over the last 1 month, not doing that great. It is down 15.64%. Over the last 1 year, it is up 6.28. A lot of good information here, such as market cap and volume and so forth. If you care about more quantitative data, this is it right here through Seeking Alpha. So it has valuation, growth, profitability, momentum, and revisions. In this video, I'm not really going to go over that, but feel free to kind of pause it as I kind of go through the video and you can kind of take a look at that. Right now, 8.29% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 168.97 million shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 0.85, so that's kind of on the low end. That's an annual rate, not a daily rate. A lot of good information up top here, such as DTC, so that does factor in the average volume for NIO in comparison to number of shares being shorted. So kind of is a good indication of a magnitude of a squeeze on how potentially big it could happen, and plus it kind of also signals how overextended shorts are. There is one sketchy thing that's happening with NIO. So shares on loan being 73.53 million, yet the number of shares being shorted is 168 million. So that shouldn't happen ever. You should never have more shares being shorted than on loan. So this is kind of a naked shorting type of scenario. So kind of sketchy stuff behind the scenes, but right now there is more than 10 million shares available to be shorted. And the reason why I bring this up is sometimes you'll see if stocks are limited supply, you could be seeing some buying from big institutions just to lend out. Probably won't be happening in NIO's case because cost to borrow is kind of low, and plus there's a lot of shares available. So all in all, NIO is stock number 5. Moving on to stock number 4, you have Polestar sitting at 1718. Just on Wednesday alone did go up 13.55%. So pretty epic stuff for that. Over the last 1 month, down 5.16, and then over the last 1 year, down 47.46. So not doing too great. Right now, the market cap has been hit quite hard. So sitting at 1.16 billion. Right now, 12.93% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 1.6 million shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow average is fairly high, so that is sitting at 328.65%. So again, that's an annual rate, but still that's kind of crazy if you actually think about it. Short score is 99.91. DTC is 176.48 days. They recently did do a reverse stock split, and sometimes when that does happen, things and a lot of these key metrics go haywire. And I think one of them is DTC. So most likely it should be roughly around that 12-day mark, but still it really does signal that shorts are very overextended. Through IBKR does indicate about 100 shares is available. So you could be seeing some buying from big players over the next little bit. Moving on to the next one, you have Rivian sitting at 2113 over the last 1 year. It is up 50%. So very epic stuff for that. And then over the last 5 days, pretty flat ultimately, but 19.84% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 159.89 million shares overall being shorted. DTC, similarly to the other stocks, are very high, so 3.1 days. Cost to borrow is kind of on the low end, and then through IBKR does indicate roughly around 4.5 million shares overall are being shorted. So when it comes down to Rivian, it has some good momentum behind it. So with possibly good numbers and good earnings coming right around the corner, you could see Rivian kind of moving higher. Moving on to stock number 2, you have Faraday Future sitting at 119. Over the last 1 year, down 4.03%. Then over the last 5 days, up 8.18. So it is gaining a little bit of momentum. Right now, 25.02% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 40.6 million shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow sitting at 1383, so not too much. And I think generally whoever is shorting Faraday has been kind of sticking around for quite some time. So the greater part of 2025, there really hasn't been that much crazy activity. So they've been kind of holding on for dear life. DTC is 5.76 days. That has actually been going higher, but that is because of their average volume is dropping. So it isn't a sign that shorts are kind of doubling or tripling down. It is simply just lower volume. So again, it's all metrics behind the scenes. Short score 81.05, and then through IBKR it does indicate roughly around 100,000 shares is available. So potentially you could be seeing some buying going over into the next couple of trading days. Moving on from here, Lucid sitting at 1181, did go up 1.5% on Wednesday. 1 year down 63.09, and then over the last 1 month down 4.37. So definitely not doing great whatsoever. 35.73% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 46.5 million shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow average 22.21. And then short score is 81.74. DTC similarly very high, so 5.05. Through IBKR does indicate roughly around 300,000 shares. So this is your top 5 most heavily shorted EVs. Do you think any of them are squeeze plays? Based on the metrics and everything, a lot of good momentum behind Rivian and obviously Polestar. The other ones, I feel like their upcoming earnings could be a good catalyst to kind of determine that, but we'll have to wait and see. Merry Christmas, everyone, to those of you that celebrate. One final thing, if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, pop over to my Patreon, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.